Anyway, let us now turn to our three speakers and to you, the audience, and let us have some questions. Please.
Good morning. Thank you all three for this wonderful presentation. My name is Loes Dorstein. I'm an MA student at the University of Amsterdam, and my thesis will be talking about precious metals on books in the 17th century. I saw that the two German speakers had found evidence of book bindings and what they would cost separately from the books. Could you tell me more? Is it only the regular type bindings, so pigskin and elemental skin, all the others, or are there special bindings included in those lists?
If you open a book in the library, it's very difficult to see if the binding is included in the price or not. And we have some sources. I showed you some sources. One was the list from Auerbach, who made this difference: the book only, the book block, and the binding. Then we have this list from the Hohe Schule in Zurich, who bought the books from everywhere, and then they have their own bindings, Zurich binding in Zurich by Michael Schweitzer, the bookbinding shop of Froschau. And so we have this, we can differ between the book and the binding, but normally it's very difficult to say what's included in the price. We know from the correspondence of Bullinger and also from Zwingli that they ordered the books in Basel, and they came to Zurich not in bindings, but the bindings were made in Zurich. We can identify the stamps on the bindings and can see this was a Zurich bookbinder, not a Basel. So I think you have to be very careful and go step by step to look what's included in this price.
Yeah, I just had been to a conference in Wolfenbüttel about the used book, and we discussed similar questions, but it's quite difficult to find sources for new books and the prices of bindings. And in the documents I showed, it's more antiquarian books already bound, so I have not very much information about special binding prices for new books.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Thanks a lot. Just a comment on the previous question. I think a sort of way of an often used model concerning bindings, where you can speak about private binding, which is a binding that the private owner, ordered a bind in from a binder, and then we have the trade bindings, which this would be, I suppose, bound by booksellers, ordered, for example, in a smaller quantity of books that they knew would sell popular titles, and they could have 5 or 10 books bound up to sell in a bookshop in larger cities. But then the publisher's binding is generally a product from the 19th century. So I think if we look at books sold directly by the printers, they were never bound. And they were so separate, the professions, printers and binders. In Sweden, for example, there was a struggle for 200 years between the binders and the printers, and these groups really didn't like one another. And I think printers have all often looked down at binders a lot. Bookbinders example, in Berlin, at least in Sweden. And so I think the prices are often separated on, and when you find one price is the price from the bookseller produced, not from the print.
Thank you. Giles, please.
I had a question, which is going down Danube again, which is about the branches that were set up in Prague again by the booksellers. And I suppose it applies equally as a question to other booksellers setting up branches in places. But where you talk about transportation costs, do you have any evidence which enables you to compare prices of books in those that are available retail in the branches in Prague and Vienna with the costs of books that are being ordered from the bookseller in Nuremberg? In other words, is there a kind of economy of scale on the transportation costs, which makes the books that are sent over to the branches relatively less expensive than the ones being ordered by private individuals?
It's difficult. Yeah, I need to do further research on this, I know, but it's difficult because most of those books also sold in branches were printed in Nuremberg, because it was still less expensive to print them in Nuremberg and to print them down the Danube as to print them in Vienna, for example, directly. But in the from the 1720s on, there were these mercantilistische measurements, and it's so booksellers started to buy printing presses in Vienna, Krems, and other cities to print their books there. But yeah, I know I need to compare direct book orders and price indications there, but we have the problem is we don't have catalogs with price indications, so it's really only a few examples, so it's really difficult to do this comparison for these branches, for the stocks in those branches. But advertising would be possible maybe to compare.
Right at the back.
My name is Nina Lamal. I'm from the University of Antwerp, and I also have a question related to the booksellers in the Habsburg monarchy. My question for you is, why do you call those booksellers from Nuremberg and Leipzig foreign booksellers within the context of the Habsburg monarchy? I was just wondering whether there was a specific reason for that, and whether you could expand on that within the context of your larger research project. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a good question, and yeah, I take this description of foreign booksellers or the perception of foreign booksellers from my sources, because there are many documents on how to treat foreign booksellers in Bohemia or Austria. So there, it is, for example, forbidden for those booksellers without branches to stay. They are only allowed to come to the markets into town, and it's a period of 3 weeks, and then they have to leave the territory, and they are described as foreign merchants. So, and as my example of Rüdinger showed, he was clearly perceived as a foreign bookseller because he was Protestant. So it's a mixture of religion, denomination, and the fact that he came from another territory. Yeah, and I know it's all territories are part of the Holy Roman Empire, but you will always find a clear distinction between the Habsburg monarchy and other territories of the Holy Roman Empire.
A question?
I would like to answer the question that you proposed, if you give me the permission. In Barcelona, I have found some investors that get 60% of benefit investing on book, paying all the cost of production. But I have to say that that only works out if the complete edition of 1,250 books were effectively sold at the price agreed with the bookseller. So, and I have to say as well that sometimes the editions never sold out and end in a basement with.
Thank you very much.
If there are no other questions, can I just say that what has emerged from this session, I think very clearly, is first of all the extraordinary wide range of costs associated with transport and the great difficulty one has of creating some sort of model which would explain or allow one to assess how much transport costs actually affect the price of books. And the second issue is the one of profit. And again, what I think one must distinguish here is between people who are attempting to accumulate profit and those who are simply aiming at surviving in a market. And that, I think, in the case of the very interesting case of Switzerland, actually is discernible from the various records that do survive, such as the Rechnungsbuch, which was referred to. But let's thank our speakers very much and please can I apologize when I'm here for the quality of my voice and my sneezing, which I didn't intend to pass on to you. Thank you very much.